Well, something just happened because I've lost my collab partner on screen.
Oh, what?
We can hear
Something
her.
went wrong.
She has an ethereal
What
voice.
the-
What was... I promise you, chat. They've got the
I
most
am here.
adorable model, and
Aw.
right next to me, and then something happened. I don't know. It's weird.
I don't know what happened either. I think it's back. I think it's back now.
I don't know.
It says share chat, so I'm gonna trust it.
I'm apparently a bit low.
Oh yes, I fixed that now.
Yeah. Yeah. Looks like you left VTube Studio for the collab.
Really? Oh, what? That's weird.
We're starting off with the scuff chat. We're professional VTubers. We swear it. All right. I'm switching over to the Be Right Back screen on my side.
I see why, because it says without buying the DLC, you can use it for 10 minutes.
What? That's ridiculous. Hang on.
And you can reset the time by restarting VTube Studio, but then after every 10 minutes, I would have to do that.
Hang on.
Aye.
Hang on. We're gonna fix this. We are gonna fix this. Hang on.
Don't buy me anything.
Well, someone has to, because we're gonna need you up on the screen to do the collab, and especially to do this properly. Let's see, VNet multiplayer
That's
collab.
very kind.
Of course. And let's see. This is going to be a gift. We're going to continue over to gift options. Jedi, good morning.
Good morning, Jedi.
Yes, good morning to all North American chatters, honorable North American chatters, and good afternoon and good evening to those of you across the pond over in Europe and North Africa, and probably good evening to those of you who are checking in over in our Southeast Asian markets. Don't even know why I'm up, Lamau. Force of habit, perhaps? Let's see, select gift for Snowy. Snow wish, deliver as soon as possible, please. Yes, we agree to the terms of the Steam subscriber agreement. Just purchased the bloody thing already.
Yeah, it's afternoon here, 4 p.m.
Yeah, so good time zones, everyone. At night right now, in Japan, 11 p.m. That's, nighttime is the right time. It seems like Japan is a beautiful country, can confirm, been there twice.
Ooh.
But the big cities especially, they just seem to come alive at night with the lights and just the activity and everything else. And it's lovely. Probably because before everything happened, I was scheduled 11 to 8 yesterday, today, and tomorrow. So your internal clock is already pre-registered for that sort of thing, Jedi, but you don't have to worry about that now.
I would love to visit Japan someday, but I also feel like I'll be quite overwhelmed.
Maybe, maybe not. Depends on where you go.
Because the Netherlands is such a small country. And I don't visit the busy cities much. So yeah.
You would feel quite at peace in the Japanese countryside. Smaller towns, especially, a lot of people go to Tokyo anyways for the first holiday in Japan. But, I don't know, part of me thinks to see the real Japan, you do need to get out of Tokyo, get out of Osaka, get out of Kyoto, those big 3 major metro areas, and go see what goes on in the countryside, the smaller towns, even some of the medium-sized cities, like Sapporo, for example, which is...
Oh, yeah.
Can be bitterly cold in the wintertime, but spring and summertime, perfect weather. Absolutely perfect.
I actually, I used to use this app called Tandem. I don't know if you're familiar.
No. Never used it before.
So, Tandem is kind of a language learning app, but a lot of guys on there saw it as a dating app as well, and I was like, no, I'm here to learn languages.
How many different ways to say I love you?
And there was one girl who like wanted to teach me some Japanese, and she's called Akari, and I spoke to her a lot, and at one point she was like, oh, I'm not much active on here anymore, and I was like, oh yeah, same. And she was like the one person I was confident to like add on any other socials. So I added her on Instagram, and we just like, updated each other every so often. And a couple months ago, I like messaged her. I was like, how are you doing? And she's like, oh, Snow-chan, I got married. And I'm like, oh, yay.
Nice.
And she just keeps saying like, oh, if Snow-chan ever comes to Japan, I will show her around. And I'm just like, oh.
Person, tour guide, meet the hubby, meet the kids, that sort of thing. I love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's very sweet, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's always, it gives you yet another reason to go visit some far-flung places, the friends you've already made beforehand.
Yeah.
I feel we should get caught up on chat here. I'm not one of you. Hello. Hi, Snow and Lord Rexworth. 'Tis an honor to grace your presence. The pleasure is all ours. Houston, we have a problem. Welcome
by the way,
in.
did it send yet? The game? Oh yeah, it did. How did I not get a notification on Steam for that?
Yeah, you should have the DLC in your possession now. They come alive at night, but I fall asleep. I'm like an old man. You know what? Same. True and real. Can relate.
I mean, it says I have to accept it, but I did?
Depends. You'll probably have to plan where you want to go. Yes, always have a plan, especially if you're going to Japan.
There it is.
Have some things at least partially mapped out along the way, but give yourself maybe a little bit of breathing room in your schedule to, if you want to get off on a side quest or something like that, you can. Hey everyone, just got home from the local butcher's. Hello, Salty McGee. How's everyone doing today? We are doing
Salty,
swell.
hello.
Recommend going to other places. Go to Aomori. Go to Hokkaido. Definitely Hokkaido. Aomori, lovely place. And if you're a car nut, if you're a petrol head like myself, I mean, it is Japan, so home to Honda, Subaru, Toyota, Mazda, all of those different car companies.
I'm on your screen now. Haha.
It says you've joined.
My mouth isn't moving.
There you are. All right, we can hide your Discord PNG there.
Okay, now I'm speaking.
Yes. There she is, chat.
There I am.
Someone started stream early. Hello, Ruby. Yes, indeed. Got to do that due to time zone differences.
Yes, you are very big. Hold on.
Feel free to reposition me however you like. I tend to have everybody fairly large because
No, I do that. I think you have ownership over that.
Do I? I think you can reposition. I think if you go over to that button that's next to the big aerial tower, and there should be a toggle to where that comes up that says you control position. If you just click that on.
don't see that.
Maybe it doesn't show up if you're not hosting. I don't know. But yeah, we do try to get up close and personal with our chat here and show off all the lovely details on our models. You know, all of us VTubers, we spend quite a bit of time and resources, and some of us copious amounts of cold hard cash to get a really good looking model, such as the one that we see here that Snowy has. That's absolutely adorable. Or there's mine here. That's just devilishly handsome. And we want to show off those details. We want people to be able to appreciate the fine brush strokes, the ink and painting, and all of those little details.
How did you get your model? Is it a commissioned one? Is it a...
Yes.
Nice.
Yes, I went to a chap called Nullus Art, who's actually famous for having done a few models for Nijisanji JP livers. And
that's so cool.
Yeah, and he's got quite the network and family that he's built of other VTubers that both independent and agency that he's worked on their models before.
Wait, so what is his name?
Nullus Art. You can actually find a link to his Twitter page over on my Twitter, which is x.com/Lord Rexworth, in case anyone is curious about that. We'll go ahead and drop that link there in the chat, along with the rest of the links here. In case you're not following me across all platforms, please do feel free to do so by going to the website lordrexworth.com. That is lordrexworth.com. Japan is home to G-Shock watches, yes, and both Casio and Seiko. I think they've got their own museums. I think Citizen's got something as well. Seiko recently moved all of their museum pieces, or most of their museum stuff, to their flagship shop in Ginza in Tokyo. There you can actually see a prototype mechanism for the movement that would eventually become Big Ben or Elizabeth Tower in London. They actually have the prototype, and it still functions to this day. It's rather surreal to see that just ticking away.
What? I would have expected this to cost a lot more.
Oh, for Nullus's
But it's very
models.
affordable, yeah.
Yes. Lovely thing, these exchange rates between Western currencies and the currencies of Southeast Asian countries.
That's really nice. I'm of course, I feel like artists should charge what they're worth. But I'm also really glad that they're starting to kind of make their prices more affordable, so that even people who aren't as wealthy can get something nice. Yeah.
Yeah, not everyone can afford models on the level like what Shy Lily has. But
God, no. These days I see models where it's fish are swimming in their hair, or everything is sparkling, and I'm just I want to know their secret to getting that much money.
Devil's in the details. Ruby, thank you for redeeming first. Let's see here. Having someone show you around makes it a lot easier, especially the language barrier. Keep being treated like a Japanese person so much so they forget to give my tourist tax rebate. Hi there, funny man. Aiden, welcome in, welcome in. Should be able to reposition. Yes.
If you can want to invite me
to
yes. Power Wash, you can do that, because I just got online.
Yes, we probably should go ahead and do that, considering you've been yapping for about, a good 15-20 minutes now? Although
yapping is just too fun.
We do love a good yap, but we... not everyone is here for that.
We can yap more as we
can
wash.
definitely, yes. Go over to...
And you know what? Someone just said, like, you're the perfect voice actor. I can definitely tell that you also do voice acting. You very much have the voice for it.
I've done a little bit of voice acting, though my CV on that probably pales in comparison to yours, which we'll get into that. Let's see.
Thank you for the follow, Pion Lee.
Yes, Pion Lee, welcome in. Been wanting to learn how to rig. It can be some tricky business, but it is it's quite fun.
I am envious. I don't know anything about that.
Let's see, we'll get a job started here. Switch over to our solo collab gaming window. Game capture. Capture a specific window, and we need to do Power Wash Simulator for this one. There we go. And then transform. Fit to screen. Beautiful. Now we turn co-op on. Invite a friend. Invite a friend. Snowy.
Nice.
Figured we'd start out with something simple like just cleaning the fountain.
Oh, yeah.
The differences in pronunciation. Indeed, pronunciation is almost an art form in and of itself. Should voice actors, the MC in the VN I'm making, you'd make the players want to riz themselves. I make myself want to riz myself sometimes. Funny how that works.
Low still. Okay. How about now? Is it better? I have a new PC, so everything is scuffed.
Brand new specs and everything. What sort of PC do you have? If you don't mind me asking, of course.
It is a... It was called, like, the Topaz Nova or something? Topaz Nova R?
Topaz Nova R? Is Topaz the builder of the PC?
I have no idea. But it's an AMD Ryzen 7 79,000X.
Impressive.
It's good, yeah.
It sounds like the latest and greatest kit, though.
It is very, very beautiful, and it's such a difference from my laptop, because I used to be on a laptop before this.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, so
I remember those days.
My whole life has changed.
Yes, night and day difference. Let's see, headline, Buckingham Post. Bigfoot strikes again. Oh, no. Anyway. Let's see. So, got this fountain here. Some sort of marble, according to the park warden. And... yeah, it's a filthy mess. So, I have to ask us to clean the thing.
Genuinely, sometimes I'll be playing Power Wash Simulator, and I'll just think, how did they do this?
Very carefully.
How did this mess happen?
You know, grime and dirt and stuff like that, and the thick layers like what we're seeing here, it did not happen overnight. It is the result of probably months, maybe even years of neglect. And, you know, as we're seeing here, a high-pressure stream of water is really all it takes to...
I'm like, then how hasn't anyone else, like, done this yet?
It takes the will. It takes a lot of will to...
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Get things restored to their former glory, unfortunately. There can be a passion, a desire for it, but in the end, it takes will.
That's very true.
Been watching a lot of drain cleaning videos. This is up the same alley.
Ooh.
A freshly cleaned drain. It is oddly
That's
satisfying.
been me
that is.
with rugs, like seeing rugs get cleaned.
Ah, yes. Big Persian rugs. You just sort of hang them, suspend them midair, and seeing all that dirt and nastiness coming out of them.
And I also just love seeing animals get cleaned up.
Yes. Sure makes the animals happy too.
Oh yeah. I mean, some of them can be a bit feisty.
Yes.
They put up a fight.
Like that one TikTok meme about the groomer who puts a hairdryer on full blast, the little fuzzy doggo, and all of a sudden you just teeth battering, and you hear this rock music of ah.
The evil creature.
Yes. The spicy kitties. Yes, cats hate when they are bathed by anyone but themselves.
Oh, my cat, I'm pretty sure that if you would try to put her in a bath, she would just hurt you.
Probably never set foot on solid ground ever again. You'd see her constantly just walking on the ceiling.
And the thing is, like, she isn't a very violent cat at all. Like, she doesn't scratch, she doesn't bite, nothing. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm staying away from putting her anywhere near water because I like her this way.
Yes. A friendly kitty.
If she ever gets dirty, we'll just call someone.
Yes. It becomes a them problem and not a you problem.
Yes, very much.
So, got the kitty as a pet. Any other pets in the household?
Aside from the cat, no. But in the past, I did have other pets. I used to have 2 guinea pigs.
Oh, you had guinea pigs.
But I was definitely too young to understand how to properly take care of an animal. So at one point my mom was kind of like, you know, to give them a proper life, let's bring them to like a petting zoo and they can just like be pet every day by kids and just like live the last bit of their lives kind of like in a better space than just a cage in a house, you know, like.
I suppose that's fair.
Yeah, because we've never lived in like a big house either or anything. Like when I had them, we didn't have a garden or anything. It was just a balcony, so they could never like go outside or anything. So it was just mostly them in their cage. So yeah, like.
Yeah,
That doesn't feel very fair either, so
no.
yeah.
No, that's understandable.
And my cat, she is an indoors cat, but I do have a little balcony where she can freely roam around because I have like a net set up.
Oh.
So she can just walk around and everything, but she can't escape.
That's good. Yeah, growing up I had 2 guinea pigs, though we had a decent sized enough yard that we could let them out every so often if the weather was just right. But most of the time, yeah, they did spend their days in a cage. And
yeah.
the 2 did not like each other at first, but they grew accustomed to one another. Yeah, when they were getting acquainted with each other, the elder one kept nibbling on the ear of the younger one
Oh, was it siblings or no?
No, they weren't siblings.
Ah.
They were about a year or two apart, and
Mhm.
yeah, it was. We interpreted that nibbling on the ears. They did not.
Was like a nice thing or
It didn't seem very nice. It seemed like it was.
no, like hurting them?
Yeah, possibly. And finally, the younger one nibbled back and made the
Oh,
elder one squeak, and I think that was the end of nibbling on the ears. So, at the very least, they stopped fighting after that.
that's good. Yeah.
They established some firm boundaries from the very beginning.
Yeah, my guinea pigs, they were two brothers.
Oh,
Yeah.
so adorable animals. Bit on the messy side though. Um, so yeah, definitely keep the vacuum cleaner handy because you're going to need it quite often to clean around the cage.
And it was the person who gave the guinea pigs to us. She was the mother of an old classmate,
Hmm.
and the mother was called Leonie, and uh we were like, or well, it was mostly my mom. She was like, well, because the mom is called, or the owner is called Leonie.
Hmm.
One of them is going to be called Leo, and the other is Louis.
Leo and Louie, that's cute.
Leo and Louis, yeah.
That's adorable.
And then Leo was the one with a little bit of, it was like, they were both black guinea pigs, but Leo had a yellow stripe, and Louis had a white stripe.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. They were honestly very photogenic. I wonder if I still have pictures of them or if my mom does.
There's got to be some old photographs somewhere, yeah. Very nice.
And
Welcome
then
in.
I did have a walking stick very, very long ago. And fish. And we did own dogs, but that was like, I was like way too young to like remember that. That was like age 0 to maybe 5 or 6. So yeah, that is
Yeah.
wiped from my brain.
Far too young for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've always had a dog around the house, usually. These days, our family dog is also service animal from Mum because she's got
How wonderful.
she's got the MS, so she needs service animal to sort of help her out from time to time and
Yeah.
alert people when she's medically going through an emergency of some kind.
I'm really glad that that like exists and
Yes.
everything. And I know you mentioned charity stuff. I think that's for sure
Oh,
a
yes.
charity I would personally love to help out, like give money to
Oh, absolutely.
service dogs and everything. Yeah. Cause recently, like, I've been watching a VTuber, and he goes on this website to meet like new VTubers, like indie VTubers more so. And he always asks them like, what is your dream? Like, what do you want to achieve in your VTuber career? And everyone's just like, oh, you know, build an audience, reach partner, that kind of stuff. And I'm like, my dream would be to to do like a week-long donathon for a charity that I really like support. Yeah.
I think that's something that is definitely in your near future. You're ready for that sort of thing.
Aw.
Big or
I
small,
hope so.
the size of your audience or anything like that, especially for a charity stream, does not matter. It's the heart that counts more than anything. That's what means the most.
That's true. I think I always just kind of feel bad because I'm like, you know, if I wanted like support a charity, I wanted to at least be like successful and like get a lot of donations and everything.
That's fair.
And of course, I'd want to like have proper like fun rewards for people, like, oh, if the charity gets like 5,000 or something, I'll dye my hair a crazy color, or I'll get like a tattoo of something.
I don't know, chat. What do we think? What sort of rewards do we want out of our Snowy here when she does a donathon?
I do know that one of the rewards, because I've thought about this. One of the rewards would be me playing a game called Kill It With Fire, because I am extremely arachnophobic.
I was about to say, this sounds like a conquer your arachnophobia type game.
Yeah, and Kill It With Fire is basically like there are spiders everywhere, and you can literally kill them with fire and guns, and yeah.
All right then.
Oh, of course. Houston wants me to read the Bookworm series. Yeah.
Descendants of a Bookworm.
It's a novel, and he is very, very obsessed with it.
Well, you know, occasionally we find that one novel that we can't put it down.
It does seem very good, to be honest. I feel like I would do that even without the reward incentive. It's just like my attention span. It's so bad.
Yes. I noticed that on your X page you listed yourself as a bit neuro-spicy, neurodivergent, or whatever it is
Very
that the
much.
kids are calling it these days.
Yeah.
Well, you're not alone. I'm also neurodivergent.
Oh. I think I got diagnosed when I was 9 years old. But it took a while because teachers didn't believe that I had it. Because like my mom was like,
They never do.
I want to get her tested and everything. And they were like, oh, well, she definitely doesn't have autism or anything. It's just you're too strict with her, or you're too, no, actually the opposite. They were like, you're too lenient with her, you need to be stricter. And then you'll find out she doesn't have autism. Well. Boy, how wrong they were.
Yeah, shows what they know, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds
But
actually...
yeah, my mom was very, very confident in like, nope, I'm going to get her tested. I know it's something else.
With his intuition, it's a powerful thing.
Oh, it really is.
I was actually misdiagnosed with Asperger's syndrome as a teenager, and later reclassified as ADHD.
I have a bit of autism and a bit of ADHD. Or, well, a lot of both.
You know, in this day and age, who doesn't have a bit of autism in them? Something.
Exactly.
I wonder.
Ooh, thank you for following Rock Eater.
Oh, Rock Eater, welcome in.
I don't think that's a good idea to eat rocks. But each to their own.
Let's see, we need a stone cleaner for this.
I'm thinking, like, because of that name, was there anything I used to eat that was, like, weird? I mean, I guess, like, I chewed on pencils and sometimes paper, but I think everyone does that at one point. Maybe.
Nervous habit with the pencils. The paper is probably to destroy secret messages that were for your eyes only.
Oh, yeah. Oh, true. Consume minerals. But yeah, we were saying voice acting.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Yes. Most recent work has been for an independent visual novel, choose your own adventure type video game called Catalyst Blind Faith. I was the voice of the monster Madamos.
Ooh.
Apparently, in the audition,
Is it out already?
No, it's still being developed. We did a live demonstration and reading about a year or two ago now. Unfortunately, that performance, the VOD, was not kept, so that was source of consternation for Alaric, the developer. But
So what was it called? I'm gonna look it up.
it's called Catalyst Blind Faith.
Catalyst Blind Faith.
Yes,
On itch.io?
I think that's right. Yes.
I mean, it does say you can download it.
Yes, you can play through a version that does not have any of the voice acting.
Oh, it doesn't have voice acting yet. I see.
Yeah. But future versions will, and Alaric was profusely apologetic. I was like, I'm so sorry. We really wanted to keep the dialogue tracks from the live performance you did, and I told her what look, I come from 10-year background in radio broadcasting, thousands of reports. Much of those archives were not kept. I've just learned to not really view it as a big deal, and it's like, hey, you just re-record whatever you need, and it's all right. So when the time comes, get a DM or something from Alaric saying it's time. We need these lines re-recorded, and spring into action.
Oh. That sounds really exciting.
Yes.
My voice acting stuff has been pretty...
You've got quite the CV on you.
It's a bit rough, though.
Oh, how so?
Because it's like... I booked one really good role that is like it's like quite well known. But that's the only thing. And it's like, as much as I do love that project, I don't want to forever be known only for that project.
You don't want to be typecast.
I don't know if it's necessarily typecast, but it's more so like I love the character and everything, but I want to keep the momentum, and I feel like the momentum isn't there. Oh no, I don't have my mix it up.
Sometimes, these things come in seasons. Moves and fits and starts, that kind of
Yeah. I mean, it's been I think 3 or 4 years since I booked that role.
Wow.
So it's a little bit like it's time now, like I want something new.
New challenge, something completely different. I mean, if you had your pick of any sort of role, the type of role that you would want to do, and you wanted it to be something completely different from what you've done before, what would that role look like?
Ooh. I think more of a unserious character, like something very silly, very chaotic. Not necessarily like a good person, like it can, I wouldn't say like an evil person, but like kind of like a neutral gray area where it's like one moment they'll be fighting with the good guys, one moment they'll be on the side of the bad guys.
Okay, sort of a chaotic rogue.
Yeah.
I'm sure there has to be something out there that's like that, or at least has a vein of that you can tap into.
Oh, and it's so sad because I kind of had a fun, chaotic role at one point, but unfortunately things kind of happened with the director. Not necessarily something bad, but there was just a miscommunication. And they were just like, oh yeah, if you cannot get the lines in by that deadline, we will find someone new. And that was very difficult. But yeah. It is what it is. It wasn't paid or anything, so I wasn't like super sad, but it's still unfortunate. So yeah, it's just back to auditioning now, and also still working on the project that I do have.
Crimson Dust, thank you for the quack redeem.
A quack redeem?
Yes, I've got a quack redeem.
Where it like plays a sound that goes like quack.
Yes.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Yes, we've got quite a few funny redeems that people can...
By the way, for my chat, I have Mix It Up working now. So if anyone wants to make me bald, have fun. Unfortunately, that's the thing they can do.
They wouldn't dare be so cruel.
2 people did it.
Really enjoying this conversation. Well, thank you.
Oh, why is it not working?
Long time no see. Remember to hydrate and don't be a shrimp. You know what? Cheers to that. Let's hydrate now.
For some reason, it's not working.
Check the posture.
Oh, probably because they double redeemed, so it removed my hair and then brought it back.
Haha, joke's on you, chat.
Joke's on you! Now, I'll refund it to you guys. Maybe I should do like like
Thank
a
you for the
timer on
emotional
it.
damage, Redeem Rock Eater. We've got some new ones in there, chat, if you want to play around with those, and if you have the points for them as well. I think we've got a few JoJo ones in there, and we've also got Long Long Man.
Long
Long
man.
Man!
Amazing. Long. Okay, back to the game. Now that I've looked up the voice acting. But yeah, the project that I work for, Eden's Garden, I love it so much.
I like the name.
We've genuinely been so lucky. But I also like it's like when I talk about the others, I'm like, they deserve it. And when I'm talking about myself, I'm like, I got lucky, you know, because it's like, it's still a bit hard to be like, oh yeah, I deserve it.
Well, you know what they say about luck. It's hard work meeting opportunity.
Oh, that's true, yeah. It's just that, like, I always feel like I haven't done quite enough yet to be like, oh yeah, I deserve it.
I mean, what would it take for you to finally admit that to yourself?
I think just, like, further down the line when there's actually, like, enough credit to back me up. Because our project kind of went viral.
Thank you for the tier 1 sub.
I'm always like, it's always like, oh, I'm getting all this because we went viral. But then the others, I'm like, well, they have a whole portfolio to back themselves up, so they, like, deserve it.
But don't you have a portfolio, too?
Sort of, but not like as big in size.
I mean,
So yeah,
I'm sure at one point
it's a
they
bit.
had a portfolio about the same size as yours.
It's true.
Hopefully you're
I'm
seeing the
such
subtle
a
point that I'm trying to make here.
yeah. I'm definitely very much a
You are your own worst
imposter
critic.
syndrome person.
Just being your own worst critic. Don't worry, it happens to all of us.
Yeah. One day. Aw. I'll try. I'll try giving myself more credit.
Yes, please do. Houston raises a very good point there.
I think, like, I don't want to spoil too much for people that are actually interested in checking out my project. But there was a moment in the project where I had to record something. And it was very mentally taxing on me.
Oh?
And I think because of it being so mentally taxing, I kind of went into, like, this almost like voice acting depression, where it was just like I kind of lost touch with everything I was doing, which really sucked. Yeah.
That's fascinating, though. You got so deep into the role that you...
I did. It was hard to record. Yeah.
I can only imagine.
Yeah. Because it's like, the project definitely touches upon a lot of, like, triggering things.
Well, that's alright, though. Art is supposed to traditionally elicit some sort of emotional reaction, and so to do that, sometimes you have to trigger people.
For sure. And I think, like, there was also a part of me that was, like, almost so proud of my performance that I felt like nothing I would record afterwards was ever going to be as good as that, for some reason.
No, that could be dangerous to think that.
Yeah. But luckily, I started doing auditions again.
Yeah. It's almost like what people told Orson Welles after Citizen Kane came out. There's one person who just came right up to him and said, "Quick, kid, you'll never top it." And, you know, from box office standpoints, certain artistic standpoints, a case could be made for that. But looking at some of his later works, you know, Touch of Evil, Magnificent Ambersons, still brilliant works in their own right. It just, you know, in a way is sort of an apples and oranges comparison. I mean, yeah, of course, Citizen Kane, that was epic.
Oh,
but
yeah.
each of his later works had a certain intimacy that you'd never be able to find a getaway with on the level of a project like Citizen Kane.
Yeah.
Same could be said for Francis Ford Coppola's works, especially, you know, early works like The Godfather and The Conversation. All of those are just, you know, they're big, bombastic Hollywood blockbusters. And so much of what we see in his later life have been these very small, independent type productions, very intimate works, very different from what he started out doing, sort of returning back to almost like film school roots from his time there. I think it was at USC.
Okay, hold on. I need to find what the command was again.
Houston, we have a problem. Okay. Thank you for the follow. Snow, you voiced in Eden Zero fairy tale copy.
Nah, it's Eden's Garden.
Oh, Eden's Garden. Okay. Oh, there you have it, Rock Eater.
So yeah, it says, I'm the voice of Diana Venecia in Project Eden's Garden, a Danganronpa-inspired fan game. Yeah.
Nice. Every time I hear Citizen Kane, for whatever reason, I think of Command and Conquer. It's definitely not that, no. No, certainly not Houston.
See, they now redeemed the hairstyle of the character that I voice.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Ah, it's a lovely hairstyle.
Oh yeah, she has such an interesting hairstyle.
It is, in many ways, classic leading anime girl hairstyle that you're sort of used to. That you've kind of come to expect in that sort of genre.
I am a voice actor too, yeah.
Yes. 300 years later. Wait, what do you mean? What are you talking about, Ruby?
You're a voice actor too, nice!
Ruby is also a voice actor, has been featured in at least one highly known, well-regarded gacha game out there you might be familiar with.
Really?
Yes.
What is it?
Wait, Ruby, just to make sure I'm not faffing this up, is it, was it in Genshin Impact or was it Honkai Star Rail that you were in? Or was it
Genshin,
Zenless?
really?
Genshin, okay. For some reason I almost wanted to say it was in Honkai Star Rail.
See, I'm always like, how do you get that? Like, how do you book a role like Genshin? Because my friends are doing it, but I'm like, how?
Well, to hear Ruby talk, you'd she'd probably say something about how she lucked into it, sort of like what you were going on about earlier. But those of us on the outside looking in would dare say it is sheer raw talent.
That's true.
About to have my own character. Let's fucking go.
I do feel like having like a manager or an agent would really help me, but I just don't know where to look. I have no idea. And agents usually are like, well, okay, but like, show me your portfolio. And I'm just here like, here's my one character. And they're like, oh, well, we kind of need more than that.
I mean, at that point, we live in an age now where you can just sort of... It almost sounds a bit blasé to say that you can make your own opportunity, but you really can make your own opportunity. Like, people have been telling me for years, Rex, you should narrate audiobooks or something like that. And, you know, while you wait on opportunities like that to present themselves, I've just gone out and done some reading ASMR of old Thomas and Friends stories from the Reverend Audrey. And that's what's up on my YouTube channel, so it's like if anyone wants a sample of what that would sound like.
You know what? That is actually something I have learned recently, where it's like, you can create your own opportunities.
You really can.
Because I was like, you know what? I could keep auditioning and wait forever for someone to say, oh, you've got the role. Or I can work together with one of my writing friends. They can write a script. I could record it and upload it to my YouTube. And that's a portfolio in itself. That's like you showcasing yourself, just not in the way of like that you would usually do, but it's still something. Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be the next big epic. It doesn't have to be anything from Homer or Shakespeare. Just something short, a minute, 5 minutes, however long it takes. Crank one out every so often. And hey, presto. You've got something else to add to your portfolio. Oh, thank you for putting that up, Rockita. Thank you.
Let me see.
Yes, expand your portfolio with some casual grinding. Casual grinding taking on multiple meanings these days.
If you
thank you for the YouTube follow.
Do you have any like dream franchises to possibly voice for one day, or any game you're like, damn, if I got a role in that?
I mean, if Kuro Games or MiHoYo reached out and said, hey, we want you to voice something in Genshin or Star Rail or Zenless or Wuthering Waves, you know, some of these new ones that they've got coming up, like Neverness to Everness, if any of them ever reached out and said, hey, we want you to voice an upcoming character we're working on, I would be honored, and I wouldn't even have to think about it. Of course, I'd take the offer. I think as far as other projects that are maybe non-video game related, you know, one springs to mind, and it's just personal passion project of mine. I should love to be contacted by, you know, a publisher, someone who says, we would like to have a fresh recording of someone reading the Bible. Would you be interested in anything like that? And absolutely, I would love to do that. I've always said, you know, one of the best voice actors that ever lived, and we lost him recently, God rest him, is James Earl Jones. You know, we know him for roles like Mufasa in The Lion King, Darth Vader in Star Wars. We know him as the voice of CNN and CNN International. I think probably one of the greatest works that he ever did, it was probably one of his most underrated, and that was the audiobook he did, I think back in the 80s and 90s, of James Earl Jones Reads the Bible. It's the New Testament, King James Version, the one that's sort of the gold standard that we all know and love. And he did it, and he just hit it out of the park. And, you know, if you're looking for a good audiobook version of the Bible, listen to, and, you know, it's one of those on your reading list that you really wanted to get through. James Earl Jones reading the New Testament is up there. Yeah. So I should love to have a project like that. If someone contacts me and says, Rex, Autrice Mechanique d'analyse cardinal. We now turn to the Auditrice Mechanique d'analyse cardinal. The judgment of the Auditrice Mechanique d'analyse cardinal.
Yeah.
Thank you for the redeem, Ruby.
Beautiful.
I had to. Of course you did, dear. She's trying to get me to cosplay Nubulette someday. I'm still thinking about it. Although I could be tucked into it if Ruby cosplays as, you know, Robin from Star Rail or Phoebe from Wuthering Waves. Actually, if she cosplays as Phoebe from Wuthering Waves, she'll have me wrapped around her little finger.
I am actually currently on a very big weight loss journey.
Oh, well done.
It's gonna take a long time, but I am determined.
Cool.
And I have set, like, at the end of the road, when I reach my goal, I will buy myself a cosplay.
Hey,
as like a little reward.
Yeah. What do you have in mind as a cosplay?
Ooh. I mean, I have, like, the characters that I love from like my favorite gaming franchises.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't necessarily, like, I'm not necessarily a fan, but I think that Ai Hoshino's design from Oshinoko is so fun. So I've considered her. I've considered Hatsune Miku.
Classic.
And I've also considered... Oh gosh. What have I considered? Now I forgot.
Have you considered any of the characters from Sailor Moon? I mean, that's a classic go-to for cosplay.
Ah, that's very classic. That would also be a really good option.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Miku, Miku. But yeah, I probably just end up doing a character from my favorite gaming franchise, even though she isn't, like, super popular, but...
That's alright. They're popular to you.
Thank you so much for the follow, Nox TTV!
Nox, welcome in! The way he said it reminded me of the original audio. Well, thank you. So that's a great compliment. And I could remake
also,
my
in about like 15 minutes, I just quickly need to go grab my dinner.
Oh, sure.
But I can still be here.
Take your time.
Or just like a quick little be right back.
Yeah.
Because it's tacos. And
oh, yeah.
and I'm like, Well, if I eat those at my PC, like, I don't want things to get too messy, which it can get. So it might be a little quick BRB to eat the tacos.
The trick with that, keep yourself a tortilla underneath you when you're eating. That way, if any of the little meaty or cheesy bits fall out, they'll fall out onto the tortilla. And then
I think
you've
it's
just
a
got
hard
yourself
shell
another
today.
you've just got yourself another taco there.
It's true. I think it's a hard shell one. Yeah.
Ah, one of those. All right.
Yeah. Because I got very lucky, honestly. Because, like, since I'm, like, neurodivergent, it was kind of like, oh, well, she's probably never gonna move out, you know, like, she's probably forever gonna, like, live with her mom, which my mom definitely didn't want. Or it would be like one of those very high level, like, you live with a bunch of people in a shared space. And I hated the thought of that. Like, yeah, like a group home. Ugh, I did not want that. But I talked about it with some people that were, like, helping me out and everything. Mm-hmm. And they were like, oh, well, recently, this thing also exists where you have your own apartment. And there is a shared space if you want to, but you don't have to. Nox is a question. Answer.
A question? Let me put on my swami hat, and I shall attempt to divine an answer to your question, having never before seen the question. The answer to the question sealed within your mind is dippity-doo. And the question, what forms on your dippity in the morning?
Who are you siding with, the men or the mer? Huh? What? I don't understand the question.
I don't understand that question either, therefore we shall not attempt to answer.
The men or the mer? Like mermaids? Men? Merman? Mer? Men are humans. Mer is another name for elves. Well, I have a little story about this. So, my grandma, on my dad's side, she used to buy little figurines for us. And everyone in the family was assigned a mythical creature. And mine was actually the elves. So I have a bunch of, like, little elf statues. Most of them are unfortunately broken.
Oh, no.
But yeah, they're my favorite mythical creature. So definitely the elves on that one.
I've seen too many medieval type animes to the point where elves are just top tier anime waifus. So
oh my gosh,
I would say at worst breeding stock, at best a harem.
no.
It's like that one meme that was going around, danger, this is an elven breeding ground. You are subject to being forcibly bred by elven girls.
That.
I'm like, don't tease me with a good time. Don't you dare tease me with a good time.
Wow.
I think I'm going to run in fear from that. No, I'll have the elven girls running in fear of me. They're like,
wow.
good God, get off of her, man! You already have 24 children by her. You don't need any more. No. I want a small army of children. Already got
The
enough
more
for
the
2
better.
football teams. Besides, it's just free labour at that point.
Yeah.
Why is there a negative connotation to that warning? Exactly. It'd be like, danger, free candy. Where's the danger? I mean, I suppose there's diabetes and all, but...
True.
Thank you for redeeming not first, Nox. Also, hello. Why was that so funny? Because it's true. Rex, you're silly. Of course I am. There's no point in being an adult if you can't act a bit childish and silly at times. Moss sits on the throne, Lich in second, Algae third, though I do still have time for Algae. Well, I'm glad you're able to make time for the Algae.
Oh, you know, there's also like, for cosplaying, right? I would love to cosplay the character that I voice so badly.
Oh, you should.
And I've seen multiple people already cosplay her and look absolutely amazing. And my mom was like, well, you could already do that now, you know, like you don't have to wait to cosplay her.
Yeah.
And
It's your time, it's your cosplays, you do what you want.
I'm just kind of like, oh, but like the character that I voice, she is incredibly skinny. So I just don't feel comfortable in the slightest. And she's like
don't think-
16 years old.
Yeah,
So
I don't think
she's
anyone's
very
looking
small,
for
very
biblically
petite.
accurate.
Yeah, I suppose people wouldn't care so much, but I'm always like...
In animes, everyone is perfect gods and goddesses of men and women. IRL, it's a bit different. I mean, you know, looking back, yeah, I'm sure when we were in high school or whatever, there was someone we regarded as just sheer perfection, but then, you know, we go back and look at old photographs of all of us in high school, and it's like, oh, well, actually, they weren't...
We were all normal.
They were all normal and, you know, not quite perfect, and though... Yeah,
That's
so...
very true.
Yeah, you get the point. It doesn't have to be perfect. The point is that you have fun doing it. I mean, there's plenty of voice actors that have done that exact same thing, and some of them don't look anywhere near, even in cosplay, like their characters.
True, yeah.
They're just doing it to have fun.
I think the main reason why I've been quite put off cosplaying as someone like plus size is that custom size or bigger size is always more expensive. So I'm always like, no, well, never mind then. You know, like if I have to pay $20 more to get it custom sized or like properly sized that I can fit into it, then never mind. I'm good.
I suppose that's fair.
Yeah. But I also understand it because, like, you know, plus size does mean needing extra fabric. So
Yeah.
I understand that it's more expensive, but it definitely puts me off from doing it.
Well, you developed a fantastic plan to address all of that.
That's very true.
And now it's just a matter of implementation.
Yeah. Okay, you got that under control.
Mm-hmm.
I will be... Oh, I saw something that's not completely clean yet.
Oh yes. At some point we're going to be just madly spamming tab to...
That's what I'm doing right now.
I robbed a bank today, want some money? Sure! I'll take about 100 grand. Actually, no, make it 200 grand. No, you know what? $250,000.
Very true.
Need to make sure I've got plenty of walking around money, you know?
Nice. There we go.
Hey, let's go. Got one of the plinth foundation clean though. There goes another one.
Nice.
Rox, thank you for the Deus Ex Male death scream.
Oh my gosh.
Those of you wondering on Snowy's side what that sounds like. There goes another one. I think this may be the last plinth foundation theme.
Oh yeah.
Made some good progress here in about an hour and a half. 68%.
No.
There.
Nice.
There's that one.
Yeah, I think we can start rounding off in like the next
Yeah.
5 to 10 minutes, and then I can eat.
Yeah, if you're feeling hungry,
I'm so hungry.
go ahead and take a break. I will keep chat occupied in your absence.
Oh, it's all right. Like I actually have to wait for it to be done.
Oh.
Cause you know how I mentioned like I live in like everyone has their own apartment.
Oh yeah.
So there is a shared room, and in the shared room, they make a shared dinner, and you can actually sign up for the shared dinner. And you don't always have to sign up for it. Like if it's something you don't like, you don't have to. But yeah, this time it's taco, so I was like, yeah, I'm signing up.
Absolutely. Crazy, not
And then
to.
they just make it for like a bunch of people. And then you can eat it as well, which is very nice.
That sounds lovely.
It's really nice that some days like I just like don't have to cook myself, where it's like, yeah, here you go. Here's your food. Yes.
Love that. Kind of like to have that myself. Of course, in my case, I'd need a wife for that.
No. Do you live on your own?
I do not. I actually reside with the Baron and Baroness Rexworth, who are getting on in years, and I'm here rebuilding my life, as it were, but also keeping an eye on them and doing what I can to help them out whenever they need me. And yeah, just not wanting to wander off too far for very long, just make sure someone is there to take care of them when they can't really do it themselves. That's why I say in this day and age, there really is no shame in, not being able or not being willing to say that you live on your own, because, look, the economy has kicked a lot of people's asses, so that's one thing. But there's also just family dynamics and dynamics of those closest to us. Some of us are, emergency caregivers to the people closest to us. Some people are, they just have certain economic situations where that's just not feasible, depending on where they live. It just could be a variety of reasons. So I have learned to never judge about that sort of thing.
Absolutely. Oh, it is so warm over here. My goodness.
It's getting warm. A lot of places around the world these days, especially in the Northern Hemisphere.
Yeah.
I think when I was out driving around, I saw the thermometer finally hit 100 degrees.
Wow.
Car's temperature was only reading about 96. You get the firehouse after work. Yeah, let's go. Good sandwiches there at Firehouse. Mid-90s last week. That's pretty warm for where you're at, Phalanx. I know it's your favourite sound, along with the sound of power washing. here. Go into the shop. Get myself some cleaning liquid. Switch over to... Oh, now we have the urban. Interesting.
Nice.
I spot some stone clean, it's not showing up. Strange.
Huh.
Green Scullix, hello! Just had a thought, can't perform for the piss test, try power wash sooner. You know, it's crazy enough it might actually work. Alright. Back to the trusty old 15-degree muzzle. What are you playing? We are playing Power Wash Simulator.
Yes.
We are washing a fountain.
Though not for long anymore, since I need to have dinner in a second.
Yeah. Snowy is going to go on a meal break here shortly, but I will endeavour to keep all of you entertained across both channels. I'll try to anyway, no promises. Sometimes I can barely keep myself entertained.
Aww. That's so real, though, for me as well. Alright, I shall get my food now.
Alright. Bon appetit.
Also, hello, Green Skull. Welcome in. Alright, I'll be right back.
Alright.
I'll make it so that people can still hear you.
Alright then. I prattle on about this constantly with my streams, but those of you over on Snowy side, you may not know this, but I actually did an academic study about Power Wash Simulator. Turns out it has been scientifically proven that it can relax you. So, there's your top tip for you. If you've had a particularly long, hard, trying, arduous day, and you need something that's maybe a bit less action-packed, a bit more chill, something to help you unwind after that long, hard, difficult, arduous day. Power Wash Simulator. Can't go wrong with it. Also a bit refreshing from the usual beat 'em up, shoot 'em up type games that are out there. Salty McGee, thank you for the follow. Lots of fun DLC too. If you're a Wallace and Gromit fan, they've got a DLC for that. Or maybe a Warhammer 40k fan. There's definitely some DLC for that too. I think it's rather charming, almost as though she's resting her head on my shoulder. We can fix that really quick. There we are. Of course, I need to maybe shrink myself a bit. And maybe not clip myself on VTube Studio. Amazing what mundane concepts take off as video games. Yes. Even some less savory ones, like, what is it, the Drug Dealer Simulator or something like that? No, not Drug Dealer Simulator. It's, Schedule 1, it's called. Which, you know, for obvious legal reasons, chat, don't do drugs. Drugs are bad. Okay. Music is relaxing. Well, thank you. I'm not sure if you're talking about the music on the snowy side or my side. Well, yes, in the summertime, hot temperatures call for some cool, relaxing jazz. In other news, Action and I finished Trailmaker's Pioneer Study. Oh, cool. Any sort of similarity or semblance to the Oregon Trail? You over here is cute, her leaning into you. I know, right? I still got a chat. Still got the Riz. Green Scullix, thank you for the follow. The Oregon Trail didn't have jet engines and miniguns. Oh, okay, so it's the Oregon Trail, but more awesome. Because let's face it, jet engines and miniguns, that makes just about anything better. Action has some highlight videos on his YouTube. We're going to have to check those out. May need to post them somewhere in the Discord. Stand by. All right. Your Discord, self-promotion. Which, by the way, chat, if you're interested, could go ahead and put that in put that into the chat if you're interested in joining. Dirt and the grime is fairly easy to get off. It's just the spray paint and graffiti. That's the tricky bit. Just have to make a few more passes here. I love these sort of flowery, viney bits that we're discovering as we clean off all the muck around here. To me, this in particular, I've got in the crosshairs, reminds me of details on like fine bone china. Sort of thing you'd see on your mum's really good dinner plates. Got it. Nearly. Hey, got one of the base cleaned.
Wow, I was stuck in a very awkward position.
What do you mean?
It's like my mouth was like agape. It was just like as if I was dying.
Oh, I think the rest of chat and myself sort of looked like you were just sort of resting your head on my shoulder.
Sleeping.
Yeah.
Nah.
Chat liked it. I liked it too. Makes me think I still got the Riz.
Oh, watch out, my partner's gonna beat you up.
Oh, it's all good. Just taking a snooze, possibly drooling.
Oh my god.
I mean, who doesn't? At some point, you know, we all...
And honestly, I feel like friends can do that, and it can be wholesome without any implications. Hell
Yes,
yeah.
of course.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Drooling on each other. Yay!
Yay! Oh, absolutely. The banter's the best part.
Yes. No implications, a lot of banter.
Ooh, you know, we're getting there. We're getting there.
79%, we are close.
How do you even get up there? I guess you would need the,
yeah, we're gonna need to grab the ladders for this one.
where is it even?
I think it was over, yeah, over here near the van.
Ah.
Let's see. Do we have a clear line to get up there?
Hold on. Bigfoot?
We do.
Bigfoot strikes again. Really?
Oh, this
I
town
love the lore in this game. It's so silly.
Yeah, this town's got a lot of weird things happening to it. Bigfoot sightings and people stealing lawn gnomes and just a lot of odd things, which, you know,
The cats, yeah.
given all of the crazy and violent and terroristic things going on in the world these days, I will take people stealing lawn gnomes and Bigfoot sightings over, you know,
Exactly.
wars and rumors of wars.
That's so real.
Gotta say, that's one heck of a fountain. Looks like that Keeper's Lodge idea is dead in the water. Oh well, ching. Yeah, because we're power washers, we work with water.
Honestly, something I would love to see with Power Wash Simulator is like getting to see the fountain like working again.
Oh yeah.
I think my power washer's broken.
Well,
Are you seeing this?
Hmm?
Look, come over here.
where'd you go? Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you see it? Look, I'm clicking. Do you see the water stream? Because I don't.
No.
What the?
Maybe it's a lagging issue or something like that. I don't know. Try coming back. There it
Oh,
goes.
see, there's the water. What the?
I just
Okay,
got a
I
bit
guess it's
stuck
back
there.
now. The power wash gods took away my power washing powers.
Yeah. Just dropped a good story on your meme channel. Alright. Take a look at that after stream. Hmm. %.
Yes.
81.
Oh, 81%. At least AT didn't lose.
Yeah.
You won. My cat is currently enjoying the sun outside. I very much am not, because it's way too warm for me to enjoy that.
Oh.
It's like, it's so warm and like sweaty that it's even making me a little bit nauseous, like.
A bit balmy out there.
Yeah.
And I take it your building is not equipped with aircon?
No.
Yeah.
It's not that popular over here, aircon.
No, that's understandable. I noticed it was the same. It's been the same way for a long time in the UK. I even noticed it in my hotel when I was there last November in London. It's like, oh yeah, forgot we don't really go in for that sort of thing over here.
Yeah, because it's like...
Don't really need it.
Yeah, we don't really need it oftentimes, like... Because the weather tends to not be that great.
Yeah.
So it's like, why would you even need that? But like now it's like, guys, can we please quickly import some air conditioners, please?
There's your good import-export opportunity, chat. Those of you who are on the North American side of things, consider exporting aircon units, the window units or whatever. There will be plenty of buyers in our European markets.
Very much.
Well, yes, those of you North Americans who find yourself travelling over to the UK and to Europe, and just don't be alarmed if you all of a sudden are wondering, where's the thermostat? Where's the controls for the aircon? There are none. There's just a heater. That's all you get. Sometimes you don't even get the heater.
And like maybe a fan. Like.
Oh, you get a fan.
Yeah,
wow.
Just classic fan. Yeah.
Wow, you're rich. A lot of places in the UK you don't even get a fan.
Oh wow.
I don't even, yeah, see, Green Skull doesn't even have a fan. Living a high life over here with our fans and our aircon and our indoor plumbing. Bourgeoisie.
Bourgeoisie. That word, it always makes me think of a character in the game I voiced for. Because, she'll say, bourgeoisie scum.
Sounds like they might be a bit of a communist.
yeah, she is, yeah.
Where's the red beret with the yellow star and everything?
She has a, like one of those Russian hats with a sickle on it, yep.
Oh, okay. That's an old school communist, alright.
He's very funny.
Hmm.
And then to battle that, there's like a rich woman there as well. So she's always like, bleh.
Ew, there are poor people around here. I moved to Vinewood to get away from poor people.
One is like the person who says like bourgeoisie scum. She's like a streamer, very Mr. Beast like. Just like, oh yeah, I make money, and then the money goes to other people, and that makes money again, and then that money that I gained goes to other things again.
So she's a bread tuber.
Yeah. Ooh, if she's gonna get a scandal.
Perhaps so. But, as we've seen with other bread tubers, the rules don't apply. She's in a killing game, so who cares anyway?
It's true. Nope.
Listen to you ticking off all of those, one after another.
I know. We're gonna be done before we know it.
Oh, we're getting there. There goes one. Love these parts, taking them from that rusty old red and all of a sudden just wash that away and it's this gleaming ivory white and gold. I like your
You like the
avatars.
models, nice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What was some inspiration for your design, Snowy?
It actually kind of started as just a Sona, because I used to have another Sona, like way back in the day, like when I was like not even an adult yet. And one day I just kind of felt like, it doesn't really represent the current me anymore. And my friends, it was very big in my friend group, like, oh, everyone kind of has like an animal motif. And I was just kind of like, like, what should I go for? And I don't know, I just thought, like, you know, snow, polar bears, they're about ice, so...
Yeah.
So yeah, and then I went with a polar bear. Which some people tend to mistake for either just a regular bear or a mouse for some reason. Might be the ears.
Maybe. It's funny, but I think mice tend to thrive in winter-like conditions.
Oh.
Certain types of mice. I think there's certain types of field mice, if I remember right, that they tend to do rather well just digging little burrows under the snow.
Interesting.
Yeah. I draw your avatars, please. Draw mine, feel free.
Draw them? That's so kind.
Yeah. I always operate under the thinking that if someone's going to draw some fan art, they're probably not. I always operate on the assumption they're not going to ask for permission first. The only thing I ask is that it be tasteful and just looks cool.
Heck yeah.
But you're very polite for asking first.
Yeah. I think one of, like, the thing that hurts me the most is, like when I get a DM and it's like, hi there, can I draw your model? And I'm like, wait, that's so kind, like someone wants to draw me. And then I'm like, yeah, sure, you can draw me. And then they're like, okay, well that I charge 50 euros or $50. And I'm like, oh. So they're trying to get me to commission them. I thought they were just being nice and wanted to draw me just because they wanted to draw me, like.
No, they're just money-grubbing little parasites.
Yeah, they're usually scammers too, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really sad, yeah. Nice.
Spray paint is so stubborn.
That all seems good. %, yes.
So close.
So close.
Then we get to about 98, 99%. We are going to be on quite the hunt.
Oh, yes. And I think when we finish this one, it's a good moment to finish up.
Yeah. No, that's fine. Another one.
Okay, my audio was gone for a second, but it's back now.
Oh.
My headphones like to act up sometimes.
Use wireless headphones.
It's kind of a weird headphone, like some very odd brandless company that my mom saw one day and was like, "Oh, well, it's only like $10. Let's just get it."
Yeah.
And like it's been working fine, but it sometimes disconnects or like acts a little bit weird.
Few bugs in the system.
Yeah. Nice. The tacos were really good, by the way.
Oh. I was about to ask, how were the tacos?
I still have a lot of minced meat left though, so I'm grabbing like one of like a tortilla that I still had and just finishing up everything.
Exactly. Now your leftover taco meat, that's good. Good leftovers for like making a salad version, taco salad, or hey, nachos the next night.
Exactly.
It's funny, we did the same thing here at the homestead just last night.
Oh. So many gnomes here.
Yes. They pop up quite frequently in the game, I've noticed.
I have like gained a sort of untrustworthy feelings against gnomes because of Repo. Because in Repo, like, the gnomes will want to destroy your valuables.
Oh. Traditionally, that is sort of thing that gnomes do, isn't it?
Yeah, even these have, like, valuables in their hands. Repo is an amazing co-op horror game. It's very chaotic.
You see the little cylindrical stick figure-like people. That's where that comes from.
Yeah. You definitely should. It is great solo, but I would say it's the best. The best when you play it with friends.
Yes. Those of you who like Lethal Company, you will like Repo.
Yeah, it's very similar. I would say Repo isn't actually as scary. Alright, Pion, have a good one.
Take care, Pionli.
But yeah, Repo for me is luckily manageable. Lethal Company not so much, because it's like a bit more realistic looking monsters.
Yeah.
They're a bit weirder and creepier in nature.
Rather unsettling.
Yeah. Like for Repo, I think they just kind of look silly.
Yeah.
Because it's more meant to be comical. Oh, Roblox can honestly be quite scary. Like, especially the horror games they make for Roblox. So I don't blame you.
bum, bum, bum. Scream when playing Roblox of all games, I get scared easily. I'm not really one for horror games myself.
Yeah. I like psychological ones, like more the ones that don't necessarily have jump scares or gore, but are more like
Mess with your head for a bit.
yeah, mess with your head for a bit, yeah.
Green Skull, thank you for subscribing over on YouTube.
A
There it goes.
nice. I'm gonna check on my cat.
Alright.
Oh, she's right here.
Must be a way we can get up to that top part. Haha, made it. Just had to jump on top of one of the gnomes.
Oh, you're doing the gnomes now?
I am getting up here on the very tippy top part,
Oh, wow.
which is not accessible by a ladder. Actually have to jump on the head of one of these gnomes here and
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Tricky business, but only way to get 100% completion. Start with the rim of the basin here. Just work our way around. It's like pushing a broom of water.
Ooh, 95.
Getting closer. I am at this point polishing rocks. Because that's what the gnome is standing on top of, is rocks.
This one's a little dirty still. I think that's all of those.
Starting to notice you're running out of things to clean.
Pretty much. I mean, I still got these gnomes.
The snowman's at the top. His hat is also a crown.
Oh.
We found the Gnome King. Now give us back our things. Else I'll continue to power wash you in your bum. Make you extremely uncomfortable.
Nice.
GTA was so close. Yes, almost there.
Almost there.
Let's clean some of the tarnish off this crown here.
It's not a new map, I believe, no.
This one has been around for a while, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
Newest DLC, from what I could tell, was a Wallace and Gromit collab.
There was a free one, I think, a couple days ago. The Buckingham Palace, but like the newest one.
Now, Power Wash Simulator is very good about giving you lots of freebies.
And there's going to be a Power Wash Simulator 2 very soon.
Oh, that's right. I saw the listing for that on Steam.
Oh, interesting. A train station in a park. I mean, we've seen a train station before. So I'm surprised there's another one now.
We went from the train station of point A to the train station of point B.
Nice.
Also has a gnome statue, but after checking, it's smaller, made of gold. Interesting. Wonder what it could be. In The Sims, the gnomes move in the early morning. That sounds disturbing.
Oh my god, wait, they actually do. Oh, I think I remember that.
And the rocks.
Nice.
Okay, got my basin bowl. It's clean. The rocks, the gnome statue's clean. It's just the edge, the outer edge. One away. We are so close.
Oh,
I think it's mainly down to cleaning up some of these gnome statues.
I should almost be done with that.
I'm just having to jump on top of these up here in order to... There it is.
Nice. Oh my gosh, it's so hard to find
Yeah, those
whatever is up here.
last little bits. Always the tricky ones.
It says it's in this bit. Ah, there we go. And there's also something here.
Let's see.
There we
Extra
go.
long extension. There we go. There's the volute.
Nice.
Jump on top of this one. No. Good thing there's no fall damage in this game.
Oh my god, yeah.
That one. Yeah. So I'm going to get on top of this one too. Yep. There we are. Have to go out on a limb here. Well, go out on a gnome here. Just a little bit. There we are. Okay, that one's clean, that one's clean, that one's clean. Okay,
now
so
it's showing us the last 3 things.
yeah. Alright. Raised pool walls. Those are...
Raised pool floor. Well, this is the raised pool wall. Oh, here.
Okay. I got that.
Nice.
Then
the walls.
Raised pool walls. Where
So-
are those? Floor, plinth foundation.
I assume one of these, yeah.
Raised pool wall cap. Oh, okay.
Ah, it's this one that's not clean. Ah, I see.
I got it.
And then...
It's clean.
Ah, this one. Nice. And then the upper basin walls. What is that? Oh, it's like somewhere here.
Yes, it's right there. Oh, this top level that we're just on. Okay.
Yeah.
It's just one.
But that's the lower basin wall. Oh, I think it's...
Oh, okay. We
I
have
think it's
to...
like top.
Yeah. So for that, I have to try to jump on a gnome.
Oh, it's
and
like
then
one of these.
hold down shift and
It's like here on the side. Oh, I see it.
oh, okay.
I think. Yeah.
You did it.
We
100%.
did it. Oh my gosh. That was tougher of a job than I imagined.
Yeah. What little detailed bits there. Let's do a time lapse here.
Yeah.
See how far we've come. Look at that. Even the time lapse is satisfying to watch. Message from the park warden. You know, Dirt Finder, looking at it in this glorious condition, I can't help but think we've got ourselves a real money spinner here. Fill it with fresh water, plop in a few carp and a sprinkle of nickels and dimes, and we'll call it the Muckingham Wish Station. This place will be paying for itself in no time. Much obliged. I think it's a brilliant idea.
Yeah. Nice. We did it.
Yes.
All
Excellent.
right. That is the call to quit.
Yes, quite so.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go ahead and X out a power wash simulator.
That was so fun, though.
Yeah.
We should definitely do this again.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. And thank you so much again for gifting me the DLC for
Of course. Yes, you should
Vintage
always
Studio.
have the tools that you need to have
Yeah, I'll be using it again.
Of course. All right. Let's see here. What are we doing on looking through some of the people that I've got as potential raid targets, but do you have any suggestions for someone we could raid out to together?
I have a friend called Tanaris who is currently live.
Tanaris, okay.
Tanaris VT, yes.
Okay, can you drop their handle in the DM there? That way I can just copy and paste.
Absolutely. There you go.
Okay. Tanaris VT, that sounds familiar. Following them? No, I'm not.
Tanaris is wonderful. Oh, and he's also doing a collaboration right now.
Hey, it's a day of collabs. That's perfect. Okay, then.
Yeah.
Then that's exactly what we'll do, chat. We will do a double raid here of Tanatis VT. Feel free to use... I don't know if you have some copy pasta that you like to give your chat, but I've got this for the most notable
Oh, yes,
raid.
I do.
So,
first,
chat?
my Discord.
Oh, yes.
And then I have...
Snowstorm incoming. Love that.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, one more time, I'll go ahead and drop the links for all of my things here. There's the website, lordrexworth.com. There's the Discord. There's the Twitter. And
nice.
Let's see. There's the YouTube channel. All right. Snowy, this was a lot of fun. Like you said, definitely going to have to do this again sometime.
It was so fun.
Yeah. And we'll go ahead and go and raid Tanatis. So, all of you have...
Stay cozy, everyone.
Yes. Stay cozy, stay chill, especially in these hot summer months. And,
yes.
Yeah, be well, and I'll see you all when I see you again. Wishing you all the best.
Bye.
God bless everyone. Take care.
Take care.